Just think of me as the pages in your diary.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm here with another video for you guys. I'm going to share some of my favorite Christian inspirational books that definitely have had an impact on my life, and I'm sure they'll have a beautiful impact on yours too as well. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. So the first book that I wanted to recommend is called The Gift of Rejection by Nona Jones. We've all been in seasons of our life where we felt rejected and we felt hurt, whether it was a coworker, a friend, a family member, etc. This book will give you so much healing. It's also on the Bible app too as well. I did a Bible plan with my girlfriends and they all loved it. After reading the Bible plan, they were addicted. A lot of them told me that they actually went out and got the book, so I definitely recommend this book. She's definitely one of my favorite authors and I gave this book 5 stars. Every book that I'm going to mention to you guys, I would give them all 5 stars, and I feel like they'll impact your life in some type of way. So moving on to the next one, I'm going to recommend another one of Nona Jones's books. It's called Killing Comparison. And we've definitely all been in seasons where we've felt like we had to compare ourselves to others, especially with social media nowadays. It says, reject the lie that you aren't good enough and live confident in who God made you to be. It definitely impacted me in a positive way, and I feel like it'll do the same for you. The next book is called Success from the Inside Out, and this is also by Nona Jones. She talks about how she went through a lot of pain throughout her life growing up, and she put her happiness into her work. So I definitely recommend this book. Even if you aren't someone that's gone through something like that, this book will definitely impact you in a positive way. The next book that I want to recommend is called The Love Everyone Wants by Madison Pruitt-Trout. This book is beautiful. This book was so encouraging for me. I know we've all been in situations in life where we felt like we were looking for love, and whether it was like in a friendship, a family member, etc., a relationship, but this will ground you and tell you about like how much God loves you and how you can find happiness in Him. I know a lot of people deal with trying to find love in some type of way. They feel like they're yearning for something, searching for something. This book will give you so much healing. She also has a Bible plan too as well in the Bible app called The Love Everybody Wants. I did it with my girlfriends and it was amazing. I guarantee it'll change your life in some positive way. Like, you'll definitely be impacted by this book. The next book that I want to recommend is a book that I actually read recently. This is the last book that I read, and I'm not sure if it was on, I forgot to mention, sorry guys, going back to The Love Everyone Wants. She also has a podcast called Stay True. Definitely recommend the podcast. It's so amazing. They go over so many different topics that are relatable that you're facing in life. So it's called Stay True by Madison Pruitt-Trout. But on that podcast, I believe it was her podcast that I was listening to, where she mentioned a book by a woman named Riley Keough, and that's how I found this book. I believe it was her. If not, it's going to be the next book that I'm going to tell you guys about, that author. Her podcast, it has so many different stories about how she basically tried to find courage throughout her life. She shares so many stories. I love her personality. She actually tells a story in it where when she was younger, she was in the youth group, and her youth group pastor pulled her mom aside, and she said, something's going on with Riley. And she said, Riley, what's going on? Like, her mom asked her, like, what's going on? So basically the youth group pastor said that each week Riley was saying that she was giving her life to Christ each time. And her mom asked her why she was doing that, and she said, that's because I want God to know that I'm serious. So I love her attitude. I definitely love this book. It has so many different stories in it that are just engrossing. I couldn't put the book down. Each chapter had me wanting to flip the page and find out what happens next. And you'll find out later on in the book why it's called 3 Seconds of Courage. I definitely love the message. It was life-changing. I recommend this for guys and girls. Everybody will be impacted by this book. It's so amazing. Definitely recommend having this book in your life. So 3 Seconds of Courage by Riley Keough. The next book I want to recommend is called Happy and Healthy by Janine Amapola. She has a YouTube channel called Janine Amapola. She also has a podcast called Happy and Healthy, the same name of this book, called Happy and Healthy. That's what her podcast name is called. I'm not sure if Riley Keough from the 3 Seconds of Courage books, if she was on her podcast or if she was on Madison Pruitt-Trout, the Love Everybody Wants podcast, because they're best friends. So sometimes they'll have some of the same guests. Covers basically everything that you go through in life. Every topic you can think of, she covers it in this book. It's definitely something I wish I had growing up. She covers friendship, dating, career, and everything else you care about. She talks about the secret struggles, poor choices, toxic relationships, dating, friendship, body image, faith, career choices. I definitely wish I had this book growing up because it had so many topics that had like different things that I just like struggled with, and I'm sure you do too as well, or have. Next book that I want to mention is called Believe Bigger by Marshawn Evans Daniels. It says discover the path to your life purpose, and in the book basically it talks about how this woman is really successful and then she ends up getting married or about to get married, but her husband cheats, or her fiance cheats on her. So she talks about how she overcame that, and she just gives different beautiful like advice throughout it, and there's so many different metaphors that I love throughout it. I highlighted so many different pages in this book, and I was sending like texts to my friends of different quotes that she wrote throughout it, just talking about how powerful her words are in this book. She also has a devotional book for this too as well that you can find. You can find this book on Amazon. You can find all these books on Amazon actually. Next book that I want to recommend is one of my favorite authors too as well. Her name is Lisa Turkhurst, and it's called Forgiving What You Can't Forget. My friends and I actually did the Bible plan for this too as well, and it was so impactful. We learned so many different stories about one another, and we just grew a lot closer, shared and just related on. And I definitely recommend this book if you feel like you've been in a season where you've tried to forgive a certain situation or person and you've had a hard time like overcoming that. I love all of Lisa's books. I have a lot of them. I'm only sharing some of the books that have impacted me in some type of way today, though I'm not sharing all of them, but I definitely recommend all of Lisa Turkhurst's books. They definitely all impacted me in a positive way, and I feel like they'll do the same for you too as well. So these were all the books that I was going to share with you guys today. I will probably put some more books, like a photo of different books that I've read, on my Instagram for you to check out. I haven't been really active on the Instagram, but I plan on doing that this year. But yeah, I'll probably post a photo of other books that I recommend, and let me know down in the comments if you guys decide to check out any of these books. Let me know down in the comments what books grabbed your attention, or which ones you've even read before, if you've read any, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.